I'm here today with Miranda von Fricken. She is the best-selling author of Own Your Own Awesome on LinkedIn.
Hi, thanks for having me, Brooke.
I'm so excited. I want to say I am so happy for you, and this is just absolutely amazing. So we have been friends for many years, and I just to see you grow, and this book is just... I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I'm excited to put it out to the world, especially for those in real estate. I think it's a huge opportunity for everyone in this field, in all fields, honestly, to leverage this platform on LinkedIn. And I'm just really excited to have this conversation with you today.
So tell us, how did you get started? How did this all begin? Tell us your story.
Yeah, so I am a reformed 9-to-5er, and I spent 15 years in higher education and human resources. So I had a lot of experience helping talent meet opportunities. So my students or those I hired find jobs, essentially. So I lived on the platform. So LinkedIn's been my jam for quite some time. And it wasn't until a few layoffs, the last one being right before the pandemic hit, that I took my show on the road, if you will, and decided to really go all in on myself and start my own business and to train others, organizations, students, colleges, like how to use the platform, how to leverage it in order to increase their reach and be more awesome, I guess, out in the world. And so I decided to put it all together in a book after a few years of working with different types of professionals. So entrepreneurs, employees, entrepreneurs, executives, students, and I turned my experience in personal branding on the platform into a best-selling book.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Tell us a little bit, which I love, FIRE. Tell us about that.
So everything I do stems from my core values, and faith is the F, being my first one. You'll have to buy the book to see the rest of them, but FIRE to me is essentially leading with our intentions, and our core values. So my core values are based, the foundation of everything I do. And so I think we should do the same on LinkedIn. No matter what platform we are using, no matter what our industry is, leading with our core values is huge. And I think it's really important to do it on social media as well. So FIRE is just an acronym for my core values, and I thought it was kind of fun to put it in there. And anyone's, core values can list, end up becoming any word they want. But I think it was divinely guided that it ended up being FIRE, because if you want to be FIRE on LinkedIn, maybe follow my rules.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Tell us a little bit how, I'm just getting started, right? I'm new. I was a nurse for over 20 years. Now I'm doing commercial real estate. What advice would you give to me? I'm, working on my LinkedIn account, putting myself, being more vulnerable and not having that fear. What advice would you give to myself and to new people, new entrepreneurs and growing your business in that type of way?
I love that you have a past in an industry that is not the current one. I wholeheartedly say leverage that former industry in order to grow in the current one. So first we would get your profile up and running. I would figure out, if we were working together, we would talk about what are your goals for LinkedIn, what are your goals for your business, and then we would get your profile looking amazing, right? It would be so awesome. It would draw people in. We would do the SEO, all the behind the scenes, all the design work in order to make it look fantastic when people do show up. But then it's going out and finding the people that you're connecting to in order to increase your reach. And I would have you start, especially because you're in commercial, with your past, maybe doctors or anyone who owned medical buildings, like anyone in your niche currently that aligns with your past experience. Find them on LinkedIn, start connecting with them. And then once you start to really grow that connection and you're engaging with people on the platform, if you felt comfortable, we talk about creating content. And content for you specifically would just be in front of the buildings you're selling and showcasing all the awesomeness that you bring to the table when it comes to working with your specific clients in your industry and with your organization.
Fabulous. Fabulous. I absolutely love it. So also, can you give a little insight about personal branding? I also struggle with that. I mean, I'm new. I don't want to make the wrong mistake, but I think personal branding, for me, I'm still trying to evolve and change. What do you recommend for something like that?
Of course. So first of all, we all have a personal brand, whether we know it or not. My question is always, is it accurate? Right? So that's where we start the conversation. We all have a brand. What does it look like in the world? fulfilled? Is it what I want it to be? Does it reflect who I am, the work I do, what I bring to the table for my clients and organization? There's a workbook actually within this LinkedIn book. It's actually a LinkedIn and personal branding book. So there's pages of questions to start to answer, to figure out what your goals are, how you roll, what you want to be perceived as, and what you want people to think when they come across you, your profile, your name on a billboard somewhere. Like, what do you want to be aligned with feeling wise? And so I'm always talking about, I love copy and content, and I love, these one-liners or taglines that we give ourselves as entrepreneurs, but I also want I want them to feel something when they see me or my name. So when I walk into the room, I don't want them to think my tagline. I want them to think, oh my gosh, I need to be around her. Her energy is amazing. Like, I want people to be around me, and that's how I start my personal brand. How do I want to make people feel? And how do I want to make them feel that way on LinkedIn? So it's a little harder to showcase my energy, right? But you can still do it. It's not impossible. I will often get people that say to me, I follow you on LinkedIn, and now that I've seen you in person, it's the same person. Like, I'm not being this person on LinkedIn and then I'm somebody different in person or at home. This is what you get. Like this perky pink person with sparkles everywhere. This is what you get on LinkedIn, and same as in real life. And so this is how I start that conversation of having a personal brand. So being completely authentic to who you are and just shining a light on it on the platform.
I love it. And I think your story is very incredible. It hits close to home, because we're like, we've known each other for so long. And I think having that vulnerable and showing that story also grows that we can connect with others. Yeah. And that's why, I love you so much. And
thank you. Love you.
I just feel like I think I have a hard time, knowing how to put the story out there of your own and make it your own, and then own your story to help others. How do you feel as going for commercial, it's so different, how someone in this field to go about that?
So everyone can relate to passion. So whether your passion is food or commercial real estate, the person putting out the content has the passion for the product or the service, if you will. And so you just want to go out there and talk about how passionate you are about what you're selling, who you're selling to, the after, right? There's before and afters of all your clients. Follow their story, because it's not always about our story. Sometimes it's about, actually most of the time, it's about their story, right? So if you can shine a light on the people you work with, that'll just show that you're someone who loves to elevate others, and people will be very attracted to that.
Oh, I love it. Well, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, meeting me and doing this interview. And I congratulate you so much on all your great success.
Thank you so much. It's been awesome being here. I can't wait to see what comes of it.
All right.